Okay, guys. Well, welcome to the last game of the first week of BroLeague, Season 4. Today we have the Moss Murderers versus Danger Platypus.
It's on bank. We have Danger Platypus starting on defense with Moss Murderers on the attack. Personally, I believe Bank's more of attacker-sided, but, we'll see what happens.
No, yeah, for sure. Bank is historically attacker-sided. However, BroLeague typically tends to see defenders have more success. But, we'll see how that shakes out today.
Yep, we're going to... Sean, take it away with the rosters.
All right, so for Danger Platypus, they actually have two subs today. In place of Beppe, we have Gluteus Maximus. In place of Martin, we have Falami from Muted. Then we have Mitra, It's Fancy Sin, and Simon Swingin. Now for Moss Murderers, go ahead, Parm.
Yeah, for Moss Murderers, we got the God of Defeat himself. We'll shorten it to Defeat. We got Nova. We got Poseidon. We got the Virtuous Moose, the most virtuous Moose. Some might say it Meese, plural. And then we got Hobbs, their team captain.
I believe their captain is actually Defeat, but
maybe. I don't know. We'll gas Hobbs up here. You know, he needs the ego boost.
But yeah, I believe everyone's in the lobby, so we should be getting underway relatively shortly.
Yep. We'll see what the bans are. Dokubi's been banned a lot, so we'll expect that. Maybe a knock or a jackal for a bank. There's a lot of good bans. Make it more breathable for a roam game going on. So
yeah. Personally, I prefer a Hibana ban on bank. You know, for all the hatches. You know, there are 4 hatches on the basement, and having a Hibana makes that way easier.
There's 5 hatches. Don't forget server.
That is true. That is true. Although, you know, sometimes that hatch is opened occasionally, you know, for a blue roam or blue hold, but
yep. We're just figuring out the bans. We're waiting to see what Danger Platypus bans. Their ban is locked in, and they have taken off Dokubi.
Yeah, wow. There we go.
Who saw that coming? Oh, and it looks like Dilly getting roasted by Defeat. Don't you forget that, Sean.
That's unlucky, yeah.
All right, and the Murderer's attack ban is in. It's
an ace. Ooh, I did not see that one coming. You know, typically out of the hard reaches, the Hibana is banned more often on bank, but I do like the ace ban because ace has a good gun. You know, solid utility. Maybe not as much for the basement, but for the other side, it's pretty solid.
Yep. Hibana's not as useful for like attacking any of the tertiary or mid-floor sites.
Yeah. But the basement is typically the best site, so it's always good to take her out for that, because then that even boosts that defense a little more.
Mm-hmm. We got the Valk ban for the first ban, always a good ban. There's a lot of good bans for the defense. Could see a Cade to eliminate having to bring Thatcher, or Maverick, or just EMPs in general for the basement site. Could be Amira. Azami is Solus are powerful, but let's see. Man's in. It's Amira.
Yeah.
So very, very standard.
The Mira is for sure the default ban on this map. So especially if, like I said again, for the basement, because Mira on the basement is tough to clear.
Oh, Mitra's 17 today, according to Hobbs. Happy birthday, Mitra. I don't think that's factual, but you know what? We'll go with it. We got round 1. It looks like a basement defense being picked out.
Oh, we got the Brava round 1. I like it. You know, sometimes Brava isn't the greatest, you know, depending on what utility the defense brings, but with a Maestro, that Brava could really hamper the defense quite a lot.
Yep, it's a pretty good lineup. No smoke on the defense for a basement hold, but a Warren and a Maestro that can kind of make up for it a bit.
No C4s either, I notice. Typically on defense you see typically at least one Nitro, but yeah, like you said, you know, the Maestro might take place of that.
Ooh, they're opening up the red hatch. They're gonna go for a roam here. It looks like with a salami on the Oryx.
Yeah, and if you guys remember, in Falami's game against Gummy Goers, he had 17 kills, so this might be a pretty good sub pickup for them.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep, they're gonna be contesting open. They don't want to give that up, and it looks like the dropping the Buck and the Brava for a Lion Jackal combo. So looks like they're gonna focus on getting that roam clear, getting those hatches open before setting up for an execute. Although Nova on the Ash is droning dirt.
He might try to take it quick. Yeah. No one's really holding blue either. It is kind of free. But, obviously they have a Rooney gate on the door, and someone is on the bomb chassis, I believe. But other than that, blue looks pretty clear.
Although Simon Sween on the Warden is waiting for it, and he tags Nova. No pick yet, but, there is some map control being taken by the attack. But the roam clear will be tough with the Oryx, who last seen was in, I believe, CEO or Executive Lounge. But it looks... Oh, he's
in Bending Hall.
Yep.
So there might be a contest right here on the windows. Let's see. Oh, shoots the drone, fell off. Ooh, and Nova gets a pick on the Warden. That might be side control.
That's the Warden gone, which really isn't too big of a loss because they do not have any smokes. Oh, no, they do have the 2 smokes on my bad. But this looks like it's going to be a quick plant. Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah, no nitros either. The only thing they have to stop this is the Maestro.
Yep. Which, they could just EMP that. They could gon it. They have an Ash charge still. Like...
And Guardian Defeat got put to 1 health. That may be tricky, especially with the Maestro Cam. But they are getting rid of one of them.
Oh, no, the ADS caught it.
Ooh. Smoking, they might try to go for a plant. Actually, no. The Poseidon has the case and he's in dirt. One flank from the blue hatch. But he got
traded really immediately. So. Trying to reset the gate. It's not going to help too much with both of those walls open. Nova with a double kill. Alright, 4v1. Just the Maestro left. Not much you can do.
Left. EMP'd the... Oh, that's one cam gone. The other one might try to pick him apart, but he got the plant down.
Yeah, 4v1. This looks like this is, more or less unwinnable for its fancy son on the Maestro.
I will say that 2 of the attackers are 1 shot, and Nova is only half. So if anything is possible, it'll be on this one. However, I do tend to agree that this may be a pretty hard retake.
Yep. He's only got 20 seconds, subtract 7 for the defuse time, and he just got called. He's, looks like it's just going to be a reset for the next round, maybe get a pick or 2, get the confidence up. But, yeah, no time to do really much of anything. Gets a free pick on Hobbs, just, gifting him a shot, and another on defeat. Not great, but he gets 2 picks, get confident, give the team some time to, talk things over for round 2. Maybe they'll run it back, fix what, went wrong in this first round, so.
Yeah, and that was a pretty standard quick attack on the basement. Just taking server control. You didn't really deal with the roam clear at all, but that's fine. They had server control, opened the wall, got the plant down, got their picks on site, and planted it, and that's the story.
Yep, but they're going up to top floor so far, a pretty standard defense with the castle being brought. You can usually never go wrong with the castle on top floor. He's actually really good on the 2 middle floor sites as well. So if we see those sites, we might see him again.
No, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, the bank is for sure one of Castle's better maps. And then they're also bringing out the Solus, who, as we all know, is probably one of, if not the best defenders in the game right now. Very solid, especially for clearing out drones. We all know how big bank is and how easily you can hide some drones. So Solus is a really good option for taking that out.
Yeah, Solus can make just any maps like roam clear a pain in the ass, because losing multiple drones to the front phase just makes it that much more difficult to deal with that. But as we saw in the first round, Moss Murderers did not really care to fight for map control. They got their server, they got their walls open, they went for the execute. So it might be a similar thing on CEO. You don't have to take a lot of map control for this. They could play Windows, but we'll see what they're doing right here. I mean, with the Osa in play, they'll they'll probably have the Osa shields like on like top square, watching like the breach once they get that open. But we'll see for now. Falame on the roam.
Yeah, Falame on the roam. I noticed the attack did bring the Brava this time, which may not have as much use as the last round because the defense doesn't really have any utility to steal. Maybe an ADS, maybe the cams, but other than that, not much to take. However, the Osa is probably going to be a very vital op to this attack. Like you said, probably going to see a shield top square as they open the wall and use that as the anchor point of their attack. Looks like he's watching bottom square. Oh, one is bottom square, and Falame might get a free pick if he can see them.
There's a drone nearby. Did not see him. He's still chilling. Just waiting to make his move.
Oh, did they straw him out?
Yep, tag Thermite, but he's able to get away. Thermite took some damage, but this isn't detrimental for either team as of right now.
Yeah.
Just giving them quite the frighten before they move on with their attack.
Yeah, Nova might push him the janitor. Let's see, Falame might try to go for a pick top square again. It looks like they may be holding him. I think they know he's here. Or maybe not, actually. No, he's watching the breach. Although the Osa shield might save Hobbs' life. But got shot from below. They definitely know he's here. He impacted himself.
The impact. I say he's 1 HP. And it looks like he's falling back. He's ready to just play, get back to site, help the team out. Nova was down, so this is, a 5v4 at the current moment.
Ooh, Simon misses out. Oh, and he gets killed by God of Defeat on the rappel. What a nice move from Defeat.
Yep, Nova back up. They have man advantage. Plus, Falame still 1 HP. Like, he gets tickled and he's fallen. And there he is, just tickled. I mean, he gets a headshot.
Ooh, top spiral. God of Defeat's on a heater. But just like that, Gluteus Maximus and Fancy Sin trade out Poseidon and Nova. It's suddenly a 3v1 now. Last Defeat's a quad.
Are we gonna see the ace round 2? Give him the ace. Give him the ace.
He knows he's in Storm's janitor. Let's see if he can get the kill. Hey, pre-fire's wrong. Oh, he gets down.
2v1, 20 seconds. Rob on the 1 HP and Hobbs on most of their health. Get the plant down. Does he have the cover?
He gets the pre-fire! Oh, he pops up and kills him! What a reaction by Hobbs to save the round!
And I don't know if you saw, I guess Moose is the one that downed the Ash of or the Iana of Defeat, it looked like. During
really?
that last gunfight.
Oh, so I got the team kill.
Yeah. So that was awkward. So his teammate shut down the ace there. I hate to see it.
That's so unlucky. So unlucky.
That's something that would happen by rank stack with Dilly here.
All right, we have a technical pause real quick while we get the stream sorted out. But so far, that's 2 good attacks by the Moss Murderers. That second one came down a little bit to the wire. Ended up being a lot closer than it maybe should have, but they were still able to hold on and take the attack.
Yeah, I mean, Defeat did make a hero play. He opened up the round with the rappel kill and then just walking ATMs, taking fights. But sometimes that's what you have to do when you're stalling out. You have someone make a play, and that opened up the round for them.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The defenses, that one looked a lot better than the second one. Like I said, maybe the clutch factor from Gluteus Maximus may have made that round a little closer, but overall, I did like that second defense a lot more than the first one, because the first defense wasn't necessarily that close. Moss Murderers kind of came in, did what they want, got the plant down, and that was the end of the story, But the second one was a lot more of, like you said, a hero play from Defeat that was able to swing the tide in their favor.
Yeah, which, I mean, sometimes, like I said, that's what you need, You see that all the time, just hero plays. Sometimes doesn't work out, and it nearly failed, but Hobbs with the quick reaction to win that 1v1 to win the round there, getting off the plant. It looks like, as of right now, that Danger Platypus is heading to Staff Room Open Area, which is usually considered, the third site. But I would say, in my opinion, playing ranked and comp, that and just watching general like competitive siege, that open area is actually better than CEO in my opinion, just because like teams don't necessarily know how to attack it because it's kind of an awkward site. So
I believe the technical issues have been fixed, so we're gonna be starting right back up. But yeah, as you were saying, I kind of agree. CEOs, it can kind of get picked apart, especially with all the window repels. You're not really safe anywhere in sight, and especially with all the vertical play that you can do as well. Personally, CEO, I would agree. I think it's a good secondary site. Maybe not the tertiary, because like I said, CEO is not the greatest. All depends on how you hold it. With this lineup, it maybe looks like it might be a more anchor-heavy site with not many roamers. Maybe the Legion Jaeger might roam, but they're looking a little anchor-heavy.
yep, they are extending into archives, so they're probably gonna hold Teller's archives. They do have the castle, which I mentioned earlier, so which is like a mainstay for like banks, every bank site except for basement.
5 seconds left.
Unless you're doing like some crazy roam, but
Yeah, and
nothing too crazy being done so far.
yeah, Moose bringing out the fuse. That's interesting. Especially on this, the open site can pretty much most of it can get fused out. So this may be a pretty good pick, especially with the hard recharges can get the hatches and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like Moss Murders does have maybe a little bit too much focus on like hard reach with both Fuse and Zero bringing it along with the Habana, but maybe they're just they're dotting their I's, crossing their T's, making sure that no matter what happens, something's getting open.
Almost definitely. And it does look like Danger Platypus is actually roaming. You have the Legion of Fancyson and Trump, and then you have Falami on the mute playing in Vending Machine Hall. Let's see how they get dealt with.
Yep. Looks like they're starting to take the fight. Ooh, Mitra with the aggressive peek from S1 to take out Nova. That's an Ash gone right off the board. And, they're kind of getting a little bit more passive.
Yeah, got a defeat coming up from the basement. He might try to get a free pick here. Let's see if they know he's actually here. As of right now, I don't think so.
Drop the diffuser.
Ooh, Falami swinging from the Janitor gets the Poseidon on the Zero. That's one of the hard breach charges gone.
Cover their diffuser.
He's hungry for more though. He wants more blood. He's out for blood, this Falami. But he is gonna fall back. Reposition a little bit. Still wasting time. And first 2 picks for Moss Murders coming up with the cast and the frost down. Defeat making another good play.
Ooh, shut down by the Jaeger of Gluteus Maximus in sight.
Drop the bomb diffuser. Attack
Yep, 2v3 still. Just over a minute left. There's plenty of things that could go wrong. Oh, and Falami shut down by Hoff. Ooh.
Man, Hobbs is shooting today.
Jesus. That was not the greatest position right there. Just kind of gave away a free pick, but sometimes you gotta take those fights, try to surprise them. Sometimes they surprise back.
Yeah, and look at a flank here from Fancy Sand. Let's see if they know he's there. It looks like they do. Hobbs contesting. Moose coming in from Janitor. Fancy Sand just gonna run away. Sprint to lobby. You drop. He's free. Although he may be castled out, but we'll see. See, they have eyes on Gluteus Maximus. Ooh, but he's contesting Moose. Oh, gets shut down by Hobbs, who drops. That's a 2v1 now in sight. Not going down. Fancyson flanking from S1. Let's see how it ends up.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
Yep, they don't seem to know exactly where he's at. You got 1, you got 2, and that's the round right there. Fancyson with the clutch right there. He was smart, damaging the Habana earlier, and getting back to site and live another day. And he takes the first round for Danger Platypus, and they are now on the board.
Yeah, good defense from Danger Platypus. They had the Maestro, or they had the BP in sight, was able to give the calls to Fancyson, allowing him to get that clutch. But I also like the aggression that we saw from Falami on the mute and then Mitra on the castle down below. Able to take 2 attackers out.
Yep. Sometimes that's when you lose your first 2 rounds. One of them more close than the other. You just gotta get aggressive. You gotta take those fights. We
have another technical pause just to see if the custom game rules are set. We might have a rehost right here because I believe one of the settings may be off. Bear with us while we fix this real quick. Okay, yeah. So we're just getting word that there may be the wrong playlist might have been used. I believe this is a playlist for a 6-6, which allows defenders to go to the same site they just won. We're gonna get that fixed up real quick, and then we'll be right back into the game.
It can be muted. All right, and we're back. Sorry for the delay. But we're in the lobby. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to get back into it. It is 2-1 with the Moss Murders up ahead. We just saw Danger Platypus take their first round there on open area, so we'll probably see a basement again. But we'll see.
Yeah, that last round was quite close. It came down to a 2v1 clutch that I believe it was Fancy Sin had to win on the Legion, killing Hobbs and I forget the other, but it was a post plant. They had the info on the planters and Hobbs. Quick, come from behind. Attackers didn't seem to have any info on him. Was able to just take the 2-piece and defuse real quick.
Yep, and we are seeing basement being picked. They're prepping for it right now. So we're seeing a similar lineup, except they dropped the Warden for the smoke, the Orcs for the Solace, and they just switched the Aruni off to a different person. So
yeah, I actually like this
defender for this.
Yeah, as I was saying, I like this defender lineup a little better than the first one. The smoke on basement is pretty vital. It's you see in the chat, they're saying they got the bans wrong. The bans are accurate though.
The bans are just reversed. So
yeah, just for different teams. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, the smoke on basement is probably one of the best options you can bring. Good denial, can play the blue stairs with the shotgun. Overall, great op. And then you have the Solace, who great op on any side basically. Great for clearing out any drones. Has a solid gun. Can see any utility. Overall, very solid. With the attack, you got your two entry fraggers. You have the God of Defeat on Yana, Nova on the Ash again, bringing the 2 hard breaches with the Hib and Thermite. And then you have the roam clearing and Jackal.
Yeah, it looks like the Ash is ready to just take server immediately again, Just throwing caution to the wind. But it looks like they have more site presence, like besides just the Flammy on Solace roaming, Just in case they want to try and get hatches open, take map control. But we'll see as the round progresses.
Yeah, Nova with the pre-fire in the server. Use full blue control. And once again, he did this the first round too as well. Ooh, missed drone on the janitor player. Ooh, he shoots the drone anyway. He might have been able to get a pick if, he didn't shoot the drone. They may not have noticed him there.
Yeah, but he is falling back like lobby side. Jackal's creeping around S1, shooting defaults. It looks like Poseidon is getting ready to open up that same long wall from before. And Habana open, ready to get hatches. Falame with the pick onto the Jackal. Just still lurking around, trying to cause havoc and make things very uncomfortable for the attack upstairs.
Yeah, Nova holding the angle on the red. Got Hobbs holding open. Trying to find the roamer. I don't think they necessarily know exactly where he's at. He's in towers right now. They think he may be top floor still. One dropped in the square, bottom square. Let's see. They seems to have no idea he's there. He may get this flank off and get an easy pick or two. He does see the flank drone though. I wonder if anyone's holding it right now.
Yeah, it looks like it flipped on and off, so they could be going between a couple different flank drones. He just made his position aware, and by opening up that server hatch, so he might get some gunfights soon in his next 15-20 seconds. There's not much time left in the round, just under a minute. We'll see what goes on here.
Hobbs coming from Cafe may take him out. No, he rotates back around. It doesn't seem like they're trying to clear him out. Might be just trying to hold his position. Yeah, Falami may get a good flank here and be able to pick a couple off. It seems like they're kind of forgetting about him to put some damage onto the defeat.
Yep. Yeah, under 30 seconds. Just one smoke left, and I believe both Evil Eyes. I could be wrong. Gluteus with another pick. So 5v3. This is a really good round right now for the defense of Danger Platypus, who struggled last time here.
Yeah. Ooh. Flaming gets taken out by Hobbs, who was holding the flank. Going for the plant here. Let's see if they can deny it. Ooh, shot through the smoke. Gluteus Maximus takes out Nova. Hobbs on Fancy Sin. It's immediately traded out. That was a great defense from Danger Platypus.
Yep, the adaptation of the smoke really helped out. Getting an opening pick also makes it a lot easier as well. But just being able to keep that plant and just stall the attack, and rather than giving them the ability to plant for free, more or less, last round.
Yeah,
Or
and
last time they attacked.
no, yeah, for sure. And most murderers weren't able to really clear out Falami on the roam effectively. He was able to stay top floor and mid floor pretty much the whole round and kind of annoy them and not be able to make them feel safe. They were able to pick him up quite late in the round, with like 20 seconds left or so. So they may need to try to roam clear it just a little better. Other than that, they tried to go for the same attack as last time, but Danger Platypus's adaptations made it a little more difficult.
Yeah, he did get his pick, but it wasn't very impactful. You could argue that he might have needed to get back to site to help or my bad. I'm confused. They got the round. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Let's see, and they're going for a CEO hold again, bringing out the castle. As we said, great op on this site, and the Azami. Azami is very annoying on the top floor, depending on where she plays. Able to make her own little. She has 5 little mini shields essentially that she can throw out. You got the Warden as well, great for the smoke plant. Although I don't know. Oh, the attacker's bringing 4 smokes actually, so this Warden might be the play.
Yeah, they might try and go for a quicker plant. As we saw, the castle did barricade both those double quad windows, where God of Feet got the opening pick last time they attacked this site. So, another slight adaptation to help the team out. So good thinking for the castle and Mitra to make that adjustment.
Well, I think they left one of the site walls soft. At least Defeat seems to think so. He's trying to pre-fire through it.
Yeah, they still have 2 reinforcements left, so...
Well, they did leave the wall soft. Okay, I wonder where else they used their reinforcements then. Because typically if you leave the wall soft, you're going to put head holes on the left side wall, which it seems they did. I wonder why they left the right wall soft. Maybe to play behind the Azami?
Yeah, it could be a bait play. It could just be, nobody, everyone assumed that someone else would get it. That happens. There's been plenty of stressful ranked experiences in my time where that happens. I won't say who, Dilly, but there's someone to blame sometimes.
So it seems the attack is gonna, the Bravo is gonna be contesting the stock. Got of Defeat tried to go for the pick on the windows, the quad windows again, but it seems he just found it was castled. Falami takes out Moose and Stock. That was a great pick on the Brava. No defender utility is getting taken over this round.
It looks like Defeat took some damage on their Repel, I believe from the Azami who's playing in CEO, and he is repositioning. He's like, I can't win that. I'm not in a comfortable position, so.
Yeah, top square. You have the Azami the Azami, not Azami, the one and the Princess staring at each other's shields, just looking at each other. You have the Thermite dropped bottom square.
Yeah, we got quite the the McCree gunfight going on, holding each other down, staring each other down like a good old Western flick between the Yosa and the Warden.
The nade from Defeat knocks down, not only knocks him down though, doesn't get the confirm. He gets traded out trying to come up spiral stairs, but the Gridlock comes up Marble gets traded out from the Warden. And then immediately traded out.
This is we're getting gunfight. We're getting crazy this round. 2v2. Oh, and all right, that's the round. That, it's
over.
He got revived, and then they both got picks to end the round. Honestly, that was just pure chaos between Danger Platypus and Moss Murders, and Danger Platypus turning it around up 3-2 after an 0-2 start.
Yeah, it seems they have the momentum now. To the open area site, which is where they got their first win.
Yep, and it's going to be a good thing for the attack, for them if they can close out, get 4-2 and then switching to attack, they'll be in a good spot to finish out the game. But this could just be a defender-sided bank But we still have this last round before the side flip. My bad.
Yeah, most definitely. And for the defender lineup, we're getting the Alibi, who's probably one of the better fraggers that defense can bring out. You got the Castle again, which, like we've been saying, great defender on bank, especially the mid and top floors. You got the Jaeger, that utility denial from the nades, especially we saw defeat hucking those nades. Might be a great option. You got the Warden once again, although there may only be 2 sets of smokes, so maybe not the best. But then we see Nova switching off the Ash to the knock. Might be trying to lurk from the basement or something and get a free pick or 2.
Yeah, they have been doing their best with the lurk plays, like especially the feet. I mean, he had the nade down. Unfortunately, wasn't able to confirm it. Might have gone a little too crazy with the frag chase, which led to his demise the previous round. But that's the last round. This round, we're seeing we don't see any soft destruction for a top floor. Like, I guess the Jackal Shotty Salami flying out the window, getting a pick on defeat is in a bit of a stare down.
Dragging his feet a little bit. Let's see how this fight plays out. You can see his feet getting picked apart. Doesn't seem to be hitting him all that much.
Yep, and Habata's on the roof also staring at him. This is the fight.
And he gets it down. Okay, there we go.
Poseidon trading him out, Still 2 minutes 10 seconds. Alibi doesn't have a lot of late game utility, maybe making rotates with like her pistol or if she has an impact. So not like a huge loss. You still have your Legion that could be a roamer to slow things down for the attack and make it a fight. Nova creeping up the main stairs might just take a step into sight. He's looking.
It seems like may know he is there though. You're gonna get the Warden maybe swinging him from tellers. And then it seemed as if someone behind the shield was holding him. It doesn't seem they know he's here. Now they for sure know he's here. Warden swings. Virtuous moves somewhere off site or off camera, gets a kill on Fancy Sin on the Legion. Nova going for the nade, might get this pick. He does get the pick on Nova. Great nade.
4v2, and they have plenty of time to set up and execute. There's no like plant denial. It's just the guns of the Castle and the Jaeger. We have Jaeger played by Printer and Castle rotating back into archives, so they're not in the horrible position, but they're gonna have to start getting aggressive. Mitra with the pick from the rotate. He's getting active. He's moving around.
They got the drone on Gluteus. One's outside a printer window. The other is E2 Hall. Flashing in printer window. They're trying to go for this pinch. Ooh, some shots on the Moose. Ooh, and Zero's in sight. He dropped the hatch. It doesn't seem they know he's there. He's going for the plant. Let's see if they have the cover. Hobbs with the cover, but Mitra also gets a kill. Oh, Gluteus Maximus, my bad. He got traded out. Oh, okay.
We have Castle. He's fighting. He got out the window though, and we still have the Zero playing by the case. He lights him up, gets out. This is still pretty good spot for the attack. He's being swung. The Castle gets the finish. 1v1. Ooh, we see Hobbs rotating up to the hatch, which is a good play. But Mitra knows.
Yeah, now he knows. I will say though, I don't know if Mitra can contest this. He only has 10 seconds left, which if we know, he has to defuse in 3. And this round might be over. And just like that, this round is over. Whatever kill happens now is irrelevant. And Hobbs gets it on Mitra. Great attack.
Add the stats for Hobbs, and we get even, that's, you can't always get the advantage, like, after the split, but it's good for a good reset, see how things go out.
And Hobbs with the friendly jab at the Observer Dynamite. And I think it may be true, because after that rehost, I don't think Defeat's gotten any kills. And previously, he was Boss Murderer's biggest playmaker.
He did get a down that wasn't able to be confirmed, so, it's not that he is not doing anything, just he hasn't been as impactful in these past 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But we'll see as we switch to defense, as we're seeing a CEO for the first defense for the Moss Murderers.
Interesting, yeah. Going to CEO for the first defense. We got the Capcan. We know that's everyone's favorite rank up. You know, just maybe trying to get a pick or two or some damage off on the attackers. Then we got Smoke on the Hobbs, and we got the Pulse. Pulse can be a pain to deal with down below. You need to clear him out. There's really nowhere safe to plant in sight when you have a Pulse.
Yeah, like you can hop on the desk, but sometimes that doesn't always save you if you're low health. So see how they deal with that, or if they've identified that.
5 seconds
Looks like they have a bit of an aggressive lineup here from the attack as well to match the aggression of the defense with the line on the board.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I think Falami's going to either try to shoot the cams out, and maybe he's going to repel on the quad windows, and maybe try to get a pick like Defeat did. Yeah, it does appear so.
Yep. They do have a Thatcher as well to make the breach opening much more efficient, along with the secondary EMPs from line. So they're crossing their I's, dotting their T's, like I say. And I know I did say it purposely wrong.
And they have 2 repelling on the CEO windows. They have a drone in lobby checking if anyone's going to shoot them from the window. Doesn't appear so. Oh, Defeat is in basement. They probably have no clue he's down here. He might get all this free info on anyone that's mid-floor, and then he'll most likely flank up later in the round if they're trying to execute on sight. Falami going for the nade on the quad window. Doesn't get anything with it. But someone's in lobby trying to contest it. They know, though. And Falami hops off Repel to try to contest Moose on ATM. He saw his foot, and he gets the down and kill.
That's opening pick. Boost down. That's a C4 off the board. But they still have 3 smokes and 2 C4s to contest for delaying the plant.
Yeah, Nova and Falami might get in a fight right here. Falami looked away. That may have been bad timing. He may have been able to get the pick on Nova.
Yeah, looks like he's walking in. I don't think he knows. I don't think either knows where the other is at the moment.
Nova looking like he might want to jump out. Oh, Falami.
There's the ping on him. Does he find him? He's not looking the right way, but he still gets the pick. 4v3. Favor of the attackers. Pole's still underneath. They don't know his position, as far as we can tell. No cams, no pings. And another pick for Falami with an ace potential, currently. Not anymore, but 4v1, just the Pulse left. Used the C4 already. This is a tough clutch, and he will not get it. Simon swinging with the final pick on the Zoe to close out this round. Start off a good attack half for Danger Platypus.
Yeah, and there we go. Looks like the Ayanas are shooting today. Falami taking a page out of God of Defeat's book, pushing up spiral stairs and getting a few picks that changed the round and into the attacker's favor. And now the defender is going down to the basement bomb site, deciding that maybe the top floor wasn't theirs.
And I like this lineup a lot. This is not a roam lineup, but like with the Goyo, the Smoke, the Warden, and the Cade, they're not going to let you get anything for free. Goyo is oppressive on the server default plan.
Oh, most definitely. You can throw all 4 of those Goyos on the server and be able to delay for... each Goyo canister delays for 20 seconds, and if you time all 4 of them right, that's a minute and 20 seconds that you can just delay. Although typically, some of them get cleared out, but still oppressive nonetheless, especially on the last second execute.
With a total of 3 C4s as well. They're not gonna let you play it for free. You're gonna have to earn it, Danger Platypus.
And the smoke on top of that. Yeah. So maybe a server execute for Danger Platypus is not in the cards with all the defender utility they have set over for that type of attack.
Yep, the attack doesn't seem to be focused for a server just based off the op selection. No thermite being brought. But they do have the knock for a lurk play and clearing the map. And they have the extra hard breach charges for, if Habana can't get all the hatches, or if they want to use it for server in place of the thermite. But we'll see as the round goes on.
Yeah. I've seen Buck putting some vertical play onto the archive site. Or archives. I don't know if anyone's playing down there. No, it doesn't look like it. But we got Nova and Cafe. Seemingly the only roamer that the defense has. Let's see if he gets cleared out. Because I don't think, as of right now, I don't think the attackers know he's in there.
Yep, he's still lurking. They're still just roam clearing. They have the top floor. It's just how long will they take to clear out this Goyo on the well.
Yeah, a minute has already gone by.
But they are, you know, being as cautious, trying to find out if there is like the roam, like with the Buck, and if they are hoping to push him out to a favorable position to take the gunfight and get early man advantage, or at least get him back to site so they can begin their execution.
So they now know he's there. They droned him out. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's any immediate follow-up on the drone. Salami's trying to make some holes in the wall to maybe try to get a pick on him. Doesn't look like that's the way it's going to work so far. It doesn't seem anyone is actually pushing the Goyo. As I say that, Mitra on the Hibana is pushing from beepers, and you have one holding the cross from square. So this Goyo may be stuck in a pinch.
He's called. He's in a fight for his life. He's getting flashed. He's running out, and he should be... Oh! He's still up for now. Kills the Hibana! And the knock! This should not be allowed to happen. And he is finally retired, but at what cost? They still have the Thatcher, and they still have Buck's 2 hard breaches. I believe Hibana opened Vault Elevator hatch before her eventual demise, but we'll see what they go with this.
And as you see here, the Goyo canister is coming into play, able to deny them entry. And that's only one, I believe, that's been popped, so there should be 3 more, plus the 2 C4s and the smoke canisters. This attack may have to change sides.
Looks like they're rotating. They're trying to drone, but there's only 15 seconds left, and it looks like the defense now knows it as well.
Oh, and the team kill! Trades back and forth, back and forth. It's a 1v2, 1v1! And Gluteus Maximus does not have the case. He has to get the kill, and he cannot find it. Great defense. Almost collapsed, but they were able to hold strong.
Yeah, good call to rotate last second, but just the team kill probably sealed that round, potentially. So, but close round. Things are heating up. Still tied 4-4 at round 9. And they're going. It looks like they are going back to CEO as of this moment to... oh, nope. They're switching to open. Didn't like what they saw their first defensive CEO, so they're trying out open area instead.
Ooh, no, they're bringing out the video this round, which may work out great, as we saw the attackers had a little bit of a trouble trying to clear him out. So the vigil is going to add that extra layer of droning coordination that the attackers are going to need to clear him. So I'd imagine he's probably going to be playing top floor, maybe with a Jaeger or even the Thunderbird.
Yeah, with this lineup, it looks like they want to be kind of aggressive with the Vigil and the Thunderbird. You know, take fights, get healed, get crazy.
And I noticed the defenders don't have any barbed wire, so the attackers may be able to lurk. It doesn't look like... Oh, they do have the knock, actually. So that knock may be a great value pick with the no barb. Nothing to really signal that he's there while he's cloaked. So we'll keep an eye out for Falami and see if he's able to get an easy pick with the while cloaked his knock.
Yeah, we have seen plenty of lurk plays so far through these first 8 rounds, so... Like, with or without the knock, people are... They're making plays. They're getting crazy on those lurks.
We'll see, and the attack is now underway. It looks like they're going to take from the top down. Great idea, especially with the sled. Oh, they actually switched off the knock, and they went back to the fused. Okay, gonna go for a more traditional top-down clear, you know, open up some lines of sight with the sledge and the fuse, being able to clear all the utility out. Vigil, cloaked top floor. Let's see if they know he's there. Shoots the drone. They have his position now. And they got someone on the rappel. Might be a contest right here. Oh, he's able to flick onto Falami. That's the sledge. That's a lot of their top-down taken out. And traded out by Simon on the Ash. That's a 1-for-1. Great play by Nova, taking out the Sledge. Maybe one of the more influential ops in this attack.
Yeah, not great to lose your Sledge, but you still have 3 breaching charges of Fuse and, you know, all his just Fuse cluster charges to deal with the floor. There isn't a large amount of floor to destroy, but, you know, they're still able to do some of it.
Yeah, gonna be opening the side hatch. Oh! Flicked by Mitra. It seemed he had no idea he was there. Great way to bring the odds or the numbers in your favor.
Yeah, Mitra hit a nice shot. They're in a good spot. Health-wise, it's relatively even between the two teams, but they do have the man advantage as of right now. So, and 2 line calls to do whatever they need. So when they're getting ready for execute, they have good utility to take these fights.
Yeah, and I'm just noticing that the defenders both use their nitro cells, so there are no nitros left on the board. So nothing to stop any sort of plant besides their guns. They do have the 1 BP, probably watching the cafe double door into square. And let's see, watching the drop. 2 people watching the drop, 1 watching the square double. Let's see how the attackers take this.
Yeah, 40 seconds. It looks like they're still trying to find an unsuspecting defender, get a free pick, and add to their number advantage. There's 30 seconds. There's 1 drone going through sight trying to figure out where the players are, but they're going to need to start acting soon. Mitra creeping up on the double door, loses the fight against Hobbs, and that's case down. 20 seconds left. That's going to need to be retrieved, which it looks like Simon will, and get the pick on it. 3v2, 10 seconds left. There's a line call. They need to
Simon
get this
does have
play
that
down.
case. Oh, Gluteus Maximus takes out Poseidon on the Jaeger. They kills him. What an attack. You know, it looked dire when Hobbs was able to kill Mitra in the case, but they were able to trade it out quite effectively, and from there collapse on the defenders.
Yeah, now that was a hectic round. That could have went either way in those last 20 seconds. You know, a bit reminiscent of some of the old 20-second meta attacks right there, with the late executes. But, you know, a win is a win on a round, so you take them however you get them.
Yeah, and it looks like the defenders are going back to the top floor, bringing out a pretty similar lineup to what they had the first top floor defense. The attackers going for what they, I believe, also had for a top floor. Maybe not the Jackal.
Yep, they still have attacker repick to figure out. They were probably just assuming that they were going back to the open area after that round, because it was a close defeat. You know, they could take it back.
Yeah, it was just a couple gunfights going in the way as the attacker that was able to turn the tide. So it was a 3v3, you know, with like 20 seconds or so left.
Yep, no castle being brought for their defense, so a lot easier to deal with the windows and holding angles when all you have to do is just shoot them open.
Yeah, those window repels may be very influential in this round. And it looks like the defenders reinforced both of the CEO walls and electrified it. So they're going for a hard anchor on this. There's a frost trap in the middle of the floor on the Jenner rotate. You know, it's always those random frost mats that are ones that get people, and no one ever expects to look there, you know. Let's see if that was able to get a free pick.
I sure hope so, because that would be quite entertaining to see that happen. But, you know, we have 2.5 minutes. I could not tell who that was, but someone spotted underneath.
That was a warden.
It was Warden. Falami's going for a fight. Cade underneath red stairs. Might be in an engagement soon. He knows where he is.
They do have the info. Falami's able to tag him a little bit, but nothing permanent has been done. It looks like he has maybe support from up in Trump. And as we know, the Warden is playing down in Tellers. Looking like he's rotating around to the Tellers desk to help out even more. Falami may be in trouble. He may have a couple of guns trained on him very soon.
Oh, and the Cade is able to get out with his life, escaping the E2 hall, and just going back to site. shots ring through from Kanto trying to take out the Iana, but the Iana knows better and just gets out.
Yeah, and just like that, still a 5v5, a minute and a half left of the round. Jackal is able to put a track down. Defeat still playing in tellers, trying to be a little pesky. He has a nitrous though, so he can play. What a shot by Falami with the one tap onto the Frost of Hobbs. On the Frost of Hobbs, yeah.
And he's upset about the white hair, and he's letting him know. But right now, a minute left, still not much map control or much going on. So they need to start making plays. I don't think they've opened the wall. Habana still has all of her pellets. And another gunfight. Oh, Nitra getting the pick onto the Cade. We're seeing another fight.
I know where Nova is. Nova's down. Defeat is still downstairs, I believe. Let's see if they know he's there. He's able to get a pick onto Fancy Sand. Poseidon able to get another. Suddenly it's a 2v2. Now a 2v1 in favor of the attackers.
Lion Iana, they have a call left, and they're in a good health advantage. They need Case, but they might just go for the pick.
He gets the wall bang. Great situational awareness by Falami. And just like that, it's a 6 rounds to 4 in favor of Danger Platypus.
Yep, that's match point. Moss Murders really need to turn this around. They do have basement available to them again. So that is probably what they're going to go with to try and get back into this after they had their successful basement round before. Although it was a close barn burner of a round.
And Moss Murders appear to call it timeout.
What do you think they're discussing, Sean?
It seems like, most of their defenses start out pretty well. They typically tend to equalize pretty early on, but then the collapse by the attackers always seems to just catch them off guard, and they're able to whittle it down very quickly. So maybe they're trying to talk about, trying to hold crosses maybe a tad bit better or be able to trade out a little more effectively. Other than that, probably going to be talking about what ops to bring for their defense hold.
Yeah, Defeat's been struggling since the rehost, and that it's unlike him. Defeat is cracked. The things I've seen him do on Oregon, that's if we can get Defeat back in this game, this might go full distance. So maybe it's a reset for his confidence a little bit.
Yeah, and since the rehost, Falami is 9-5. He's starting out this season shooting. As we know, the first game that he played on his team Muted, I believe he dropped 17 kills. Very good start to the season for him.
It looks like Hobbs has his gamer hoodie on, so this could be lights out. We'll see. Just a very similar lineup to last time they played basement. I believe the Jaegers switched out for the Mute, and I want to say Rooney for the Vigil. So,
gotta Defeat gonna play a little more of an aggressive role on the Vigil. Probably gonna roam either top 4 or open, kind of where Nova was last time. We actually may even see him helping out Nova if Nova decides to roam up over there too. And as we saw in the first defense, the attackers had a little bit of a trouble trying to clear Nova. So now if there's going to be 2 defenders up there, this may be trouble for them.
Yeah, it looks like they have an archive rotate in the admin with the smoke going up to the pop hatches and set up a roam to make it easier for the Vigil and the Goyo of Nova to make plays, get active, just trying to take fights. Make them earn the map control that they take on Danger Platypus.
Most definitely. Now we see Falami just repairing in the CEO. Must have pre-placed cams that allow him to jump in quite early. Defeat is playing by stock. He's cloaked now. Let's see if he knows he's there. We have a reverse rappel on the stock or CEO. My bad. On the square windows. Falami in CEO. Gotta Defeat may be stuck here now.
He is the Vigil. He does counter the line scan. Let's see if Falami can shut him down. And he does. no trade possible, really, from where the position of the rest of the team is, and they have an early man advantage. 2 minutes left. Plenty of time to get your hatches open and take map control.
Yeah, 1 minute down, and they have full third and second floor control. I wonder if they know that the second floor is actually clear of any of the defenders. It doesn't appear so, as we see they're droning it out and trying to play vertical to see if they can get any picks. But right now, their attack is in a great position.
Yep, Jackal's taking the server, and Habano's getting ready to go open the hatches. And Fancy Sun with the pick onto the Goyo. That's a C4 off the board. They still have those Goyo canisters, and they still have 2 C4s, 3 smokes. But that nade might have destroyed a couple of those canisters. Not sure.
And possibly the shield.
Yeah.
It looks like one of the defenders is rotating through vault. One is still holding red. Falami with the pre-fire onto bottom marble. Gonna throw a nade, probably try to clear out the mute jammer and maybe even some more canisters. Opening a hole for a default plant.
Yep, they're all set up, just waiting for the fire to die, but again, still 3 smokes, still 2 C4s. But they do have the main advantage as well. First smoke coming out.
Let's see if we get a drop on the red hatch. Maybe not, but they're for sure holding it. You have, it looks like he's maybe itching to drop. And we'll see if he's able to take out the smoke. Although it does look like Hobbs on the smoke is watching that drop. Oh, they're collapsing. Gets the down on red. The smoke is alive, however. And Hobbs gets the pick. It's a 2v2. It's traded out. Getting the plant down. 2v1. Poseidon in elevator. Can he get this clutch down?
Yep, plants down. They have hatches open. If they're smart, they're going to rotate to the hatches and not give them anything for free. But it doesn't matter. Fancy Sun finishing the pick, and that is game. 7-4 for Danger Platypus, who struggled after those first 2 rounds, really turning it around. Especially when they got on to their attacking half for big.
Yeah, that rehost after the second round, really able to turn it around for Danger Platypus. And especially got a defeat, kind of struggling after the rehost, going 1 of 7. However, overall, good game. 7-4 final score. What a close game from the 2 teams.
Yep, an absolute barn burner on those rounds. A lot of those rounds could have gone either way, and we could be talking about a 7-4 victory for the Moss Murderers over the Danger Platypus. But, you know, that's how those rounds go sometimes. They can be a coin flip.
Yeah, few clutches coming in from Danger Platypus, able to turn the tide. Like you said, you know, kind of a coin flip either way of how it could have gone. Overall, Danger Platypus able to win a lot more of those close rounds, which is what gave them the victory.
Yep, like you said, good game all around, you know. I would have loved to see an 8-7, but you don't always get to see that.
Yeah, for sure. An 8-7 would have been great. It would have, I think it would have gone with the flow of the game very well, you know, back and forth rounds. Only, it seemed that an 8-7 was what it was going to come down to, but Danger Platypus able to hold on for the victory.
Yep, it was a close game, but, you know, and that's the final game for this opening week, or opening play day of BroLeague. So, the next week, or I guess 2 weeks, second play day begins this upcoming Monday.
Yeah, I believe on next Monday at 7 Central, we have the Super Soakers playing against the Modest Militia. It should be a great game.
Yep. I haven't played Modest Militia, but I have scrimmed Super Soakers. They're crazy. They're crazy. You gotta. They're crazy.
Yeah, and alternatively, I have scrimmed Modest Militia, and they were shooting. Very close scrim. I believe 1 map each. Should be a great game with the Super Soakers.
Yeah, I was definitely soaked after those games.
And there's Pong with a great commentary.
I do my best.
Well, until next time, that's Palm. I'm Dilly. We'll see you next time on Monday for the Bro League.
Yep. Have a great night, everybody. GG's.